Hello, everyone. I have a little bit of, we'll call it a public service announcement today. And to really explain this fully, I just want to start back when I was in college. I worked as an assistant to a man who was very heavily involved in micro lending. And I didn't know anything about it at the time. I learned about it through working with him. And I learned that it was that I was something I wanted to be a part of. It was something that really excited me. And what excited me about it was that rather than going into a country and giving aid, which in many ways assumes, it has this kind of assumption that like you need me to help you up and you can't do this on your own. Versus kind of we're all in this together and you have incredible resources, internal and external resources, and we're gonna like support you in tapping into those and figuring those out. So to me, it really tapped into the incredible resourcefulness, the intelligence, the wisdom, and the desire to thrive that exist in all of us as human beings, regardless of where we're from, what culture, what country, our beliefs, that is a common thing between us. So fast forward to today. One thing I will mention though is that if you want to learn more about microlending, maybe you already know a lot about it, maybe you don't. But if you don't, one book I would recommend is The Soul of Money by Lynn Twist. That was just a really profound book for me, around both microlending, but also around that incredible resourcefulness in each of us and our relationship with money and whether we are using it to speak our values in the world or not. And then if you have children, a great book to learn about microlending right along with them is this book, which this author came to my son's school last year, which was so lovely. And this book is called 22 Cents, Muhammad Yunus and the Village Bank. 22 Cents, I recommend it if you want to learn about microlending with your children. And again, it's like, to me, microlending is equal to this idea of the inherent resourcefulness in all of us and the inherent desire to thrive. And the last thing I would say about microlending that really excited me back then and still does today is that I think that it pulls more heavily on the intelligence, resourcefulness, experience of women in their cultures than any other form of aid or fundraising or kind of business models out there. And that's exciting to me as a woman and as someone who really stands for the financial freedom and the access to education for women around the world. So the public service announcement, or the news flash, is actually about network marketing. And the reason that these two are connected in one video is that, to me, a very similar thing excites me about the two. Network marketing is here to stay. It is, I would say, it's not only the business model of the future, but it is the business model of now, today, 2016. Network marketing has a few other names, but network marketing, it's been around for a little while and it has changed. It has dramatically changed, and it has changed for the better. It is heavily regulated now. Just like any business model or industry, there are good seeds and bad seeds. There are people who take the high road and people who take the low road. It's no different in network marketing. I don't know why anyone thinks it would be, but that doesn't discount the whole business model or the whole industry, just like it doesn't in any other business model or industry. So having said that, what I think is interesting and people might not really be paying attention to is that network marketing simply is the way business is done today. Even companies that are not officially network marketing companies using that business model are scrambling to use it unofficially all over the place. You see it on Instagram, you see it on Facebook, you see it in the way that advertising has shifted. You see it all around us. We're all using network marketing unofficially. It's just something to be aware of, because I think there's still this sort of like disdain for that business model unless you're kind of involved in it in some way. And I find it very intriguing because we're all doing it every day. It's just whether you're doing it officially or whether you're doing it unofficially. And we're all moving in that direction. And I think you're going to see more and more businesses take on that model because it's the business model of today and the future. So the thing that I want to share with you beyond that is that, and what I realize you really might not know if you don't have your hands in network marketing personally, is that the same thing that excited me years ago and still excites me about microlending done right is what excites me about network marketing done right and done well and done with integrity. And that is that I see women from all over the world, from all kinds of cultures, all kinds of countries, various levels of education, from lots of education to absolutely no access to education, various levels of poverty or not, various levels of sort of freedom or openness in their culture or their country and versus oppression. Like across the board, all kinds of women creating amazing things through network marketing. And just like with microlending, and just like with pretty much anything where a woman is given access, safe access to education, or the ability, like the resources, the support to rise up herself, she takes her family and she takes her community with her. And so I see women in network marketing from around the world doing just that. They are doing amazing things for themselves, for their families, for their communities, for their countries. And they're using this business model as their vehicle for that. And so I think it's like just something to chew on, if you don't have anything else to chew on today. Something to chew on is if you really take a stand for the financial freedom, for the access to education, for the incredible resourcefulness and the desire to thrive that is innate in all of us and definitely innate in every woman in this world, then maybe it's time to take a stand for network marketing. Something to chew on. Thanks for listening.